What if I told you that you could get back over 50 hours of your team's time every single month just by automating one single report? Sounds pretty great, right? Well, today we're going to dig into the story of how one manufacturing company did just that. They turned a super tedious daily chore into a really powerful strategic tool.
So it all started right here with this number, 2 to 3 hours. I mean, just think about that for a second. That is a massive chunk of a workday, and that's exactly how much time an entire operations team was losing every single day.
And get this wasn't time spread across a bunch of different tasks. Nope, it was all being burned on creating one single daily report. I mean, this is just a classic example of a process that was screaming for a better way to get things done.
Okay, so let's pull back the curtain a little and see what this daily data grind actually looked like. We're going to explore the pretty high costs that came with all of this manual work for the company's ops team.
You see, the problems just kind of cascaded. Pulling all that data by hand meant the information was often late. And you know how it is, everyone has their own way of formatting things, so it was super inconsistent. That slowed down the maintenance teams who needed that data to figure out what was wrong. But honestly, the biggest cost was that the operations team was basically stuck in data entry jail instead of, doing the more valuable strategic parts of their jobs.
All right, so you've got this big problem. How do you fix it? Well, you bring in a no-code digital worker. Let's get into the automation solution that really changed the game for these guys.
And the solution was a platform called ZAPTEST. Now, the easiest way to think about it is like this. It's an AI-powered tool that literally watches how a person does a task on the computer, clicking here, typing there, and then it learns to copy that workflow perfectly. And the absolute best part, it works across any app, any system, and the team didn't have to write a single line of code.
And this just shows you how brilliantly simple the process was. So first, ZAPTEST just recorded the manual workflow. That's the capture phase. Then, it automatically went out and grabbed all the data it needed from the machines, from Excel sheets, you name it. Then came the really crucial part. It standardized everything, so no more weird formatting issues. And finally, boom, it automatically generated the report and emailed it out to everyone who needed it. Simple, clean, and completely hands-off.
Okay, now for the really good part. Let's talk about the results, because the impact here wasn't just, noticeable, it was absolutely dramatic.
Just look at this comparison. It really says it all, doesn't it? The process went from taking up to 3 hours every single day down to just minutes. This wasn't a small improvement. This was a complete transformation of the team's entire day.
And if you thought that was impressive, check out this number, 100%. That's how much they reduced errors and formatting issues. When you're relying on data to make really critical decisions about your production line, having perfectly accurate, perfectly consistent information every time, that is an absolute game changer.
And here's where it gets even cooler. The benefits didn't just stop at saving time. All of a sudden, maintenance teams had real-time data to spot trends, which made figuring out the root cause of problems way faster. The company could now accurately track its overall equipment effectiveness, or OEE, which is a huge deal in manufacturing. The entire operation got a productivity boost, and it all started from automating just one report.
So, all this really brings us to the bigger picture, because this was never just about one report. It was about shifting the entire operation to be more proactive instead of reactive.
At the end of the day, what we're seeing here is how automation took this slow, error-prone, manual task and completely flipped the script. It turned it into a fast, perfectly accurate, and proactive process. It freed up the team to actually focus on solving problems instead of just reporting on them.
And that kind of leaves us with one final thought, one question to think about. This whole amazing transformation started because they identified one annoying, time-consuming report. So it makes you wonder, right? What hidden inefficiencies in your own daily workflow could be the next thing you automate away?